Hey everyone, in this lecture we're going to look at using the standard normal tables in reverse to find z when phi of z is known. Last time we used the standard normal table to find phi of z when z is known, but this time we will use the table in reverse. So I have a few questions here, so let's see how we tackle each one of them. We need to find the value of a. A can either be positive or negative. If you are to find the value of a, you will be given the phi of a. That is, you will be given the probabilities. Let's look at probability of z less than a equals a probability. If this probability is greater than 0.5, then a must be positive. We all know the normal curve and the total area under curve is 1, and by symmetry this is going to be 0.5. So if this probability is greater than 0.5, it means that a is positive. A is on the upper tail. But if this probability is less than 0.5, a is negative, which means that a will be on the lower tail. This is when z is less than a particular value, a. Now, if z is greater than a, equals a probability. So if this probability is greater than 0.5, then a must be negative. That is, a is on the lower tail. If this probability is less than 0.5, a must be positive. So when we look at z greater than a, and if probability is greater than 0.5, it is negative. If z greater than a, probability less than 0.5, a must be positive. So let's see our first question. Part A. Z less than a equals 0.9. So we have probability of z less than a. Is this probability greater than 0.5 or is it less than 0.5? We can see that it is greater than 0.5. Therefore, a will be positive. The second part. Probability of z greater than a equals 0.3802. Probability of z greater than a equals a probability. Is this probability greater or less than 0.5? It is less than 0.5. Therefore, a must be positive. So here we can say that a is positive. Here a is positive. Third one. Z greater than a equals 0.7367. Greater than e. Is the probability less than 0.5 or greater than 0.5? It is greater than 0.5. It means that a is negative. So part C, a is negative. D. Probability of z less than a equals 0.0793. So we have less than a. The probability is less than 0.5, which means that a will be negative. So part D, a is negative. Now that we know whether a is positive or negative, let's find these values. Here a is positive, so a is on the upper tail, and if a is on the upper tail and z is less than a, we need to find this shaded area. This shaded area represents phi of a, but phi of a has been given, which is 0.9693. We need to find a. A equals phi inverse of 0.9693. Phi inverse indicates that we need to use the normal table in reverse to find the value of a. So let's see how we find this value. I have the normal table here. I need to look for 0.9693 in the table. So this is the main body of the table. So we're going to look for that value. So 0.96. So 9678, 9686. So we have the value here 0.9693. So this probability is on which row and which column? So we can see that it is on row 1.8 and column 7. So the value of A is 1.87. So we can see that A is positive. Part B, Z greater than A, which is 0.3802. So if A is positive, A is on the upper tail, and if we need to find Z greater than A, it means that we need to find this shaded area. And this represents 1 minus phi of A equals 0.3802. We make phi of A subject of formula. We have 1 minus this probability, we have 0.6198, and then A is going to be the phi inverse of this probability, which means we are going to look for this probability in the normal table. We look for this value in the main body of the table, but we have 6103, 6141, 6179. We do not have this value. So whenever we do not have the same exact value in the table, we look for the number below it, a number before this value. So we have a number which is 6179. So we're going to take this probability. Now this probability is on which row? It is on row 0.3 and then column 0. We're going to take 0.6179. This is on row 0.3 and then column 0. But we need what? We need 0.6198. We're going to take 6198 minus 6179. We're going to have 19. Now we're going to look for 19 in row 0.3. So 0.3 and then we look for 19 in this section. So 0.3, 19. So 19 is in which column? It is in column 5. So we have the value of A, which is 0.305. Again, A is positive. Here we have Z less than A equals 0.0793. We have seen that A is negative, which means that A is on the lower tail. And then we need to find this part. And if we do a reflection, it is the same as what? Probability of Z greater. So this probability is the same as what? 1 minus phi of negative A. Since my A is negative, we have 1 minus phi of negative A, since A is negative, equals 0.0793. Again, we make phi of negative A subject of formula. We have 0.9207. Negative A is what? The phi inverse of 0.9207. So minus A is going to be, we look for 0.9207. 920792. So we have the exact value 9207, which is 1.41. Minus A is the same as 1.41. A is going to be minus 1.41. So indeed A is negative. The last one. Z greater than A equals 0.7367. Here A is negative, A is on the lower tail, and Z is greater than A, which means that we need to find this probability. And if we do the reflection, it is the same as probability of Z less than A. We know that A is negative, so we have phi of negative. A equals 0.7367. So minus A is going to be phi inverse of 0.7367. So minus A equals 73. We have 7357, 7389. We do not have the same value, so we're going to take a value before it. So before 7367, we have this value 7357. So it is in row 0.6, column 3. So we have 0.63, and then we're going to take 7367, you minus 7357, we have 10. So we're going to see in this section, in row 0.6, we have 10. So we have, which column gives this value 10? 3. So minus A is equal to 0.633, and A is going to be minus 0.633.